Hey, it's your boy Taylor Grant with Bellator Claims Resolution. I'm here to talk to you about something that you might hear often on the news. You might see it, you might hear it on the radio. The insurance companies bemoan all the damage in regards to hurricanes, tornadoes, hail, and tell us how much money they're losing, and woe is them, and we need to charge 10 times as much to recoup our losses. And you know, when we think about it, you see that, and it's devastating. And I'm sure these insurance companies are taking losses. However, let's look at some facts, and that's what I'm here to show you. This article comes directly from the Wall Street Journal, and they're talking about Hurricane Harvey, which happened last year. Hurricane Harvey unlikely to damage insurers' balance sheets. If you don't know what a balance sheet is, it's basically a financial statement that shows how much money they have on hand versus what has gone out in expenses. Personal and commercial insurers have record levels of capital with which to absorb potential losses. The insurance and reinsurance industry has a fatter than ever capital cushion to absorb losses from Hurricane Harvey and other catastrophic damage. The damage from the Category 4 storm, which hit Texas coast on Friday, is far from being tallied, and it keeps going on and on and on. Most residential flooding isn't even covered by private sector insurers, but is the responsibility of the U.S. government National Flood Insurance Program. Many carriers, however, do sell flood insurance to businesses. Okay, so when we see all this devastation on TV from hurricanes and the flooding, this article is proving the point that the insurance companies are rarely on the hook for that on the residential side, because most of that flooding is covered by the National Flood Insurance Program or not covered at all by regular homeowners insurance policies. Keep that in mind. Analysts estimate that it would take $100 billion or more of losses in a 12-month period to cause distress within the insurance industry. I'm going to read that again. Analysts estimate it would take $100 billion or more of losses in a 12-month period to cause distress within the insurance industry. Hurricane Katrina in 2005 was the costliest hurricane in U.S. history and caused nearly $50 billion in insured losses. So, the costliest hurricane in U.S. history only cost $50 billion. All the analysts are saying the insurance industry, the property and casualty insurance industry, would have to suffer $100 billion in losses in a 12-month period to actually feel distress. That's not what's happening. But you wouldn't be able to tell that difference. You wouldn't be able to tell that difference based on how much your insurance goes up. The premium goes up per year, because these insurance companies go to the commissioners of the state, insurance commissioners of the state, and say, hey, look, we're taking all these losses, and boy, instead of having $1 trillion in reserve capital and profit, we only have $700 billion in reserve capital and profit. So could you please allow us to charge 25, 30, 40, 50, 60% more to these policyholders so we can make more money? That's what's happening. The thing is, I'm a capitalist. I'm okay with people making money, and I'm okay with people making a ton of money. But when you, as an organization and an industry, are given premiums, then asked to pay claims, and then you, as an insurance company or insurance industry, don't pay legitimate claims, I have a problem with that. And that's what I'm talking about. Not making money, but making money on people's desperation and then not paying out as you had promised to, as insurance companies have a contract, which is called a policy, with you, the insured. Let's see here. U.S. property and casualty insurers had $709 billion in surplus in the first quarter of the year. And I believe this was 2016, 2017, I can't remember. A record high, according to the trade group, the Insurance Information Institute. That means the industry had $1 in surplus for every 75 cents of net premiums. Okay? That means the industry had $1 in surplus for every 75 cents of net premiums. And they're complaining, right? And then they don't pay claims. and they have $709 billion sitting around, which again, I don't begrudge at all. But when you're asked to pay claims, legitimate property damage claims in Colorado or any other state because of hail and wind, and you push back and say, man, that doesn't really look like damage, or the drone said it wasn't damage. And I'm going to talk to you about drones and the confessions of an adjuster on a different series, but it's getting ridiculous out there. While the industry is strong overall, there could be some hit to insurers with large Texas operations. Again, this is talking about Hurricane Harvey. Insurers are preparing for hundreds of thousands of claims from homeowners, car owners, and businesses. The worst damage from the storm is expected to be caused by flooding, which largely isn't covered by homeowners insurance. Home insurers protect against the damage from wind, fire, hail, and other causes, but flood damage is typically borne by the National Flood Insurance Program, or FEMA. And so that goes back to my point. I know this has been a longer video, but I just want you to understand, when you hear about all these losses, the billions and billions and billions of dollars of losses, okay, I understand that. It is a ton of money. And as an insurance company, I wouldn't want to lose that money either. However, if I was being paid premiums per year from a client to then help them when a catastrophe happens, including wind damage, hail damage, fire damage, I would be willing to pay my fair portion of that because that's what I was paid to do in the first place. And so my problem is, as a licensed public adjuster working on behalf of the policyholder, property owner, consumer, is that when insurance companies take your premiums every single month for years and years and years, decades sometimes, before you ever make a claim, and then you make a claim and they're like, oh, wait a second, we can't pay that claim. It was this, and this. Or they send a drone out and they're like, there's no damage. Really? When I met the adjuster out there on a drone inspected property, literally within 30 minutes, we both agreed it needed a new roof. And I'll talk to you more about that. But this is the thing. If you are a commercial property owner, a commercial property manager, a commercial contractor, roofer, restoration, and if you need help getting a legitimate insurance claim paid that is from storm damage recently here in Colorado, contact us today, bellatorclaims.com, because the sooner you do, the better we can help you.